What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at this 2025 Honda Pilot Black Edition. This one's finished in platinum white with an MSRP at $56,000. Let's go ahead and take a full look at this SUV, see what we have going on. So popping the hood latch is on the right side. We can easily just do that. You're gonna get a manual hood latch as well, just to do the prop rod and everything. But with this, you're gonna find a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 with 285 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, and a 10-speed automatic transmission. This vehicle is all-wheel drive with an 18.5 gallon fuel tank, and you can expect 18 miles per gallon in the city with 23 out on the highway. For the Black Edition, you're gonna see a lot of things are blacked out. This whole grille, the headlights, got the Black Edition logo, forward-facing camera along with a safety sensor, then a little bit of mesh in the center as well. You got all your parking sensors, LED fog lights, and then a functional opening in the side. Pretty nice and squared off look. It's a pretty good looking family style crossover SUV. You got a few sharp lines in the hood as well. And then as we make our way to the side, you're gonna see that plastic on the lower front bumper making its way into these fender arches themselves. You got black wheels, they're 20-inch diameter, multi-spoke, nice sharp body line cutting through the entire side. And then we even have some more of this plastic material for your rocker panels. Sharp body lines as well, body colored door handles, and black on the mirror caps, along with a turn signal. You can see all the black trim surrounding the windows. You got your roof rails along with a panoramic roof. And then the side profile, it's a pretty proportional looking SUV. Really good shapes to it, looks like a nice sized vehicle. Third window is kind of floating within the bodywork, which is a cool touch. Sharp body line as well. Then you have a nice set of red taillights with the black throughout the center. Honda logo in chrome, integrated spoiler. And then you have these fake exhaust tips. They just kind of look like nice trim. And then all the plastic material with parking sensors for this rear bumper. And then as far as getting into the cargo area, you can press the button back here, use the key fob of course, or you can actually just wave your foot here, and after a second, it's gonna automatically beep and then open up. So pretty nice design for all that. With it open and all the seats folded down, you can see what kind of storage space you're working with in a Honda Pilot. If you have the second row up, you can get a good idea. And then as far as third row, you can easily pull these and they'll lock into place very simply. All manual controls, which honestly does make it pretty simple. You're gonna have a little bit of storage on the left and the right side, and then we can open this up. We have a ton of hidden storage down below. From here to put these down, you just pull the strap and then you can easily pull them down. To go ahead and close this, we have the button up here as expected. And then entering through the side, you can see how this folds down nice and flat. And then lifting it up, we have a few different manual controls. You have a recline lever you can easily pull, and that'll also help you fold it flat. There's a button down here along with behind the seat to go ahead and get the seat out of the way to enter into the third row. And then climbing back here, you do have 3 seats. The center one is gonna be a little bit tight, but you have a plug, air vent, and cup holders. Headrest will go up and down as well. And then with this seat, if I pull it back at 5'11", honestly, I still have pretty good legroom back here. Nice headroom as well. And the seats will recline just pulling this strap. So really not a bad place to be. Getting that out of the way. Climbing out, not all too difficult. And then getting the seat back, we can hop inside. So here you are gonna see air vents, all your climate controls and heated seats, a little bit of plugs, and then extra storage all back here. We can slide these seats forwards and back, and then the center seat has a nice storage cup holder and armrest setup. You can also pull this strap, get this back for a second seat, and then you are gonna have a strap down here where you can remove this. So you can turn these back into captain's chairs. Nice armrest and everything, and then if I recline this all the way, once again, this is a really comfortable rear seat. This is a pretty nice family SUV. The door panel has a ton of storage on it, as you can tell. You got some red stitching, some cool trim, and then even manual sunshades. Taking a look at the front seat now. Door panel is finished off just like you saw in back. All the storage, the cool stitching and padding, nice trim, memory seating as well. And then I love how the seats all around have this red perforation design. So really cool interior for this specific spec. You even got the Black Edition stitched up above. Hopping inside, keep my foot on the brake. I'll play a nice soothing sound. And then this one's already set to someone else's height who's way shorter, so let's go ahead and adjust the seat. You are gonna get a really nice LCD display for the gauge cluster. You can see all of your different controls. I can scroll left and right on this left rotary dial, and you'll get a few things that you can adjust within the car. So pretty nice overall, pretty cool design. You have steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. You also have the windshield wiper stock, turn signals on the left, a few Bluetooth and audio controls, cruise control settings, heated steering wheel, and then I like all the red stitching. Power liftgate, a few more controls, and then a soft touch plastic. You're gonna see heads up display, and then I like all the storage up on this dash. Red stitching as well, pretty good glove box. And then the infotainment screen, kind of what you're gonna expect on all the Hondas. Pretty simple screen overall. You have a few apps you're able to go into. You have shortcuts down below, a manual home icon, and then you can see a few more things, which is a pretty good touch. You have full screen navigation that'll pop up. It'll just take a second or so to load. Pretty good screen there. And then you can also go into trip information and see a few more items. You can also toggle this camera icon on the stock, see a few different angles. You have that front view, a top down. You can get a close-up of your wheels as well. And then if I go ahead and put the car into reverse, get your backup camera with top down as well. P button down here, and then drive is this button back behind that. We have heated and ventilated seating, all your dual zone temperature controls, very easily make an adjustment, fan speed, your zones, rear controls, and then storage as well as plugs. We have wireless phone charging and more storage all throughout the center. You're also going to see drive mode select. So if we go through here, we have sport, normal, and eco. It's going to give you a pretty nice little depiction as well. You have a few off-road modes like snow, trail, and sand, and then you even have a tow mode, which is a great touch for this SUV. You also have your engine start stop, downhill assist, nice padding with some stitching, and a pretty good storage down below. One last look at the interior. New Pilot's pretty nice, honestly. It's a very nicely appointed interior, massive sunroof shade as well. You can adjust all that. We have garage door buttons underneath the mirror, and then the little sunglass holder even has a mirror to see what's going on behind you. All right, so we are setting off now in the Honda Pilot in eco mode. Slowly accelerating. It kind of accelerates like you would expect, just your typical V6 with a nice transmission. So it's just kind of an old school driving characteristic with that robust V6. I know a lot of people love that. A lot of cars these days, even in this class, are getting like a 4-cylinder turbo or a 4-cylinder hybrid. So pretty nice to see just kind of a simple old school power plant. So we'll just go back to normal mode. There's gonna be a little bit laggy throttle in the eco mode, of course, just to be more economical. Normal mode, of course, we'll sharpen that up a little bit more, and sport mode will sharpen it up further. So getting up to some speed. Honestly, pretty healthy. The engine will rev out a little bit. It's going 4,000 to 5,000 RPM, just giving it half throttle. So you are gonna have to use the engine to get the power, rather than a turbo engine can give you a lot more torque down low. Normal driving, now recently did do the Trail Sport. This definitely drives a little bit better for the on-road capabilities, a little bit more stable. Of course, the Trail Sport's more for tackling some off-road terrain. But this thing is roomy and big feeling. It's not too big. It's not like a Suburban or Tahoe, of course, but you can tell there is some substantial size to this. You still have really good visibility all around, so it's really an easy vehicle to place, but you can tell there's just space in here. As the driver, I mean, I'm fitting here really nice and comfortably. Armrests are all really good, visibility's all good. The seats are nice and padded, roomy as well. They're supporting my legs nicely, good back support. I like the materials too. You know, the steering wheel feels really nice, the armrests are comfortable. Honestly, not a bad family SUV, and the fact that we have all the technology for safety, of course, ventilated seats and a few comfort settings, I mean, it makes this a pretty nice vehicle to drive. The steering is nice and light to where it's pretty easy to pilot. And then getting up to some speed, cruising at higher speeds, I mean, the suspension is just absorbing bumps really well. It's quiet, and you really don't hear anything. This is a nice smooth road. Let's see what this noisier road does. Brakes do a good job. But it's a nice place to be. You know, this is somewhere where you can go on a family trip and just be in comfort and not really have to focus on the car. You can just focus on the adventure and trip you're going on. But definitely can't complain. It's also easy to use all the technology. Like the screen itself, it's pretty simple, honestly, which I like that. It's kind of just more your typical old school screen. It's not just one massive screen with everything in it. The physical climate controls are really nice to use. It just makes it that much more easy and convenient. On this road, you hear a little bit of the bumps, but it's really nothing crazy loud or anything like that. So it seems like they've done a pretty good job making it insulated, making it drive like a confident family vehicle. So definitely can't complain with the driving dynamics.